How's it going, guys? Indiana John here. Sorry it's been like a stinking long time since I've posted anything. I've got videos from like last year that I need to post, and this is December, so I've kind of been slacking in that area, but I've been working real hard in plenty of other areas, so most of which you guys are going to see in 2021. Let's see, so using the Chad, plop that right there. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna put right in the title of this video what kniff this is, so it's not a surprise. Ooh, that's cool. Comes in a black box. Let's see. So I guess I'll talk about the knife first, show it off a little bit, and then I got a bunch of like life update sort of stuff that some of you guys can stick around and listen to after we get the knife out of the way. So BRS has had a prototype of this for a really long time, and just over a year ago they sent out an email and they're like, got a handful of projects. Chab's real close to being released, and this guy's pretty stinking close to being released. And they were expecting to do a drop of these fourth quarter 2019, but they weren't able to do that until Saturday. Today's Wednesday. Saturday was the December something, and whew, this is pretty cool. Cold lube, I think, is the issue here. It's not. There we go. It feels very not swingy yet, but it's not too heavy. I think it's. Oh man, I can't remember. I think it's 5.2 ounces. Maybe, I don't know, don't quote me on that. 5.2 on the Alt and 5.3 on the Scorpion Tanto. Man, this thing's cool. Just a teeny wiggle of play. Cool. So, first thing right off that you'll notice, besides the fact that the scales are titanium, would be that they also did different skeletonization pattern. They did long teardrops, and I think that is most likely for two reasons. One, weight reduction, because titanium is a little bit heavier than G10, not significantly though. People think, oh, it's metal and G10 is plastic. Well, G10 isn't exactly plastic. It's like I don't even know. I'm gonna get it mixed up with other things. I get G10 micarta and carbon fiber kind of sort of a gray thing, the difference, but I think G10 is like nylon and fiber. I think it's nylon and fiberglass layered with epoxy, but I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty positive that there is some form of glass in G10. Anyways, and titanium's titanium, but yeah. So they did, a lot more material removing on the scales. I think one because of the slight weight difference, and two because since you got titanium on titanium, the only reason that you would do that, as opposed to doing, well, there's two reasons why you would do that, as whew, tripping over my words. The reason you would the two reasons you would do titanium on titanium instead of just titanium are, one, modability. You can swap around parts and stuff, which is really convenient about the rep because there's tons of aftermarket rep parts. Actually, that's something to do with the other package that I have. And then two, for all of the different, anodization combos you can do with this. That, like, the first thing most of the people who got these are going to do is take it apart and send the scales and liners to get fancy anodes and stuff. I'm probably going to stick with gray for a while. I might do like a mirror polish on the liners, but I don't know. It's got a heavy stonewash at the moment. It almost looks like a weird purple in the light, but I think that's just the lighting. Yeah, so modability still has all the modability that stock reps have, and a little bit more because you can do the different anodes on the scales and liners. So that is that. Latch is definitely coming off. Flipping with a T-latch is just funky. Flipping with a spring latch is no issue at all. In fact, there's a bunch of latch tricks that I like to do. Latch drop is like the most basic, but with a spring latch, you can do a latch fan, which I have a tutorial on, I believe. But you can't do that with a T-latch. Let's see. So, I do have a bunch of other BRS ballys that I was going to kind of show off at the same time. My rep, I got this brand new from a drop. These three and this Alpha Beast I got right off a drop, but pretty much everything else is secondhand things, or pieced together, or actually like this rep. I just built that from scratch, and it's not the prettiest thing, but it's kind of all right. Man, my train of thought is just not. Oh yeah, so this guy, I got it off a drop 3.5 years ago. It's been in my pocket basically every day. This thing is beat to heck and back, and it's got some nifty Phillips, body screws, because why not? And I lost it, and it was missing for like, I don't know, just about a month. And finally the other day I came to acceptance that it was probably just gone. And a buddy of mine, who has a Bible study on Fridays that I've been going to for a while, he found it in his couch. So that was pretty sweet to be reunited with that guy. And then I've got a couple other bare bones that I got stock and did a bunch of mods to, and then a couple reps. This one I did a regrind on. This one, Clark Custom did a regrind on that. And speaking of like modability to reps and aftermarket parts, this doesn't actually have tape. A buddy of mine started selling rep blade blanks not too long ago, so I got a handful of those. I don't remember how many I got. A bunch. Yeah, so these, you said that they're surface ground, although they don't exactly look surface ground. I'm not 100% sure. And they're milled, not water jet cut, which is kind of nice. There's a chamfer around the tang. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And my 2x72 sander is finally up and running, so I'll be getting those done. And then switching over to kind of a update on me personally. I've been going to the New England School of Metalwork lately, That's knife making. Well, it's a metalworking school in Auburn, Maine, and they do welding and blacksmithing and bladesmithing classes. So I did a intermediate class not too long ago with a master smith, Zach Jonas, and I did this knife here. And then just last week, I did a handles and guards class with Timothy Potier, who's also a master smith. I did this little guy with an ebony handle, nickel silver guard. I don't remember the blade steel on that. And then this one from a leaf spring with a copper guard, and then no idea what the wood is there. And then this guy, which was a little bit on the fancier side of things. I brought a big old chunk of titanium to do a bolster. I heat blued it with or did a heat over the torch. Did some filing on the guard, stuff like that. So, knives are something that I've always been totally into, in case you can't tell, but not just balisongs. So, I'm really starting to get going in knife making, and I also, like you guys saw, one of the last videos that I posted had some proto blades that Nick ground. Those, let's see, so both of the prototypes are done for that knife, and I'm getting going on the production knife. I don't actually have one right here, but I'm very hesitant about posting that because a lot of people are gonna, there's gonna be, it has a similarity to a different knife that I am aware of, so you don't need to go pointing it out. It's sort of obvious, but everybody will. So kind of hesitant about that, but I need to do it. And finally registered my knife making business the other day, so that's another big step. And then right now the camera is actually sitting on a mill, which is also finally running. It's a Bridgeport. So that's where I'm at currently. So I'm trying to really get going with making knives and making balisongs. I've got a handful of customs that I'm kind of fiddling around with and stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled and follow my business account on Instagram, ballystuff_. So check that out, and expect a review on the hybrid rep, within the next 2 years. Peace.